Once upon a time, in a bustling city, there was a school that had a reputation for being a bit rough around the edges. Kids would come in late, sometimes unprepared for class. And even though the teachers cared deeply, there were times when it felt like all their efforts were met with blank stares and unanswered questions. But then, something incredible happened. A new teacher joined the faculty, and this teacher wasn't like any other. This teacher had a magic box. Well, it wasn't really a box. More like a worn leather bag filled with colorful scarves and musical instruments. But the way this teacher used the items from the bag changed everything. Every day was an exciting adventure with games and activities that made learning fun. The teacher, Mrs. Willow, understood that each student was different and unique and that the traditional ways of teaching might not click with everyone. So she came up with a plan to create an engaging and enjoyable learning environment where every child felt comfortable sharing and participating. She pulled out the scarf and asked them to sort the colors. Then she pulled out the tambourine and the xylophone. Soon the classroom was filled with laughter and the clanging of instruments as students learned about sounds and vibrations. As the year went on, the class grew closer. They performed for the school talent show and amazed everyone with their musical instruments and scarves. The shyest kids blossomed into confident performers, and the class was transformed into a symphony of learning and laughter. Mrs. Willow's unique methods brought out the best in every student. And together, they created beautiful music and unforgettable memories. One day, a group of students were struggling with fractions. Mrs. Willow, always ready with a creative solution, suggested they act it out with the scarves. Each scarf represented a fraction. The kids loved it. Soon they were grouping and comparing fractions with their colorful scarves. Fractions became a game. Learning with Mrs. Willow was never dull. Every lesson was a mini adventure. With her magic bag, Mrs. Willow made learning fun, memorable, and most importantly, accessible for all her students. Word spread about Mrs. Willow's amazing class. Parents who once worried about their children's education were now beaming with pride. At the end of the year, during the final performance, Mrs. Willow opened her bag and pulled out not just scarves or instruments, but flowers. Each student received a flower representing the unique contribution they made to the class. It was a celebration of their growth, their teamwork, and their love for learning. The shyest kid who once struggled to read a book now confidently played an instrument. The class that once disrupted the school was now its pride and joy. Mrs. Willow didn't just teach them academics. She taught them about confidence, teamwork, and most importantly, the joy of learning. As the school year drew to a close, one student, a bright and inquisitive girl named Lily, approached Mrs. Willow after class. "Mrs. Willow," she began, her eyes filled with wonder, "your bag is magical. How did you know how to help us?" Mrs. Willow smiled, her eyes twinkling. "My dear Lily," she replied, "it's not the bag that's magical, but the willingness to learn and explore that's within all of us." And as the school year ended, the students of room 203 didn't just say goodbye to Mrs. Willow. They took a piece of her magic with them, forever, changing the way they saw learning. That's all for the day, and please subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching.